Howdy, I'm Luna, and today we're going to be exploring some art in Everquest II. Today's artwork is titled The Middle Earth Museum. The owner is Pajamas, and the decorator is Shanette. Its address is the Tenebris portal on the Kino side, located on the Maj Duel server, and you can currently find it under the Hall of Fame on the leaderboards. All right, let's get started. First of all, we have a special guest with us today, the Intelligent Donkey.
Yay!
Yay!
That's me.
That's you, exactly. Actually, you, Dad, were requested to do this video. Shanette really liked the last couple of videos that you did, especially the one we've already toured one of Shanette's houses, the Halloween house that we did.
Yep, I
Yep.
remember that.
That was one of Shanette's houses, so this is another one of her houses, and she was like, "Hey, can you get your dad to tour this with you?"
Well, okay.
This is one of her older houses. She made this a long time ago. It's Lord of the Rings themed, and you have read the Lord of the Rings books and know.
I have the reading was a long time ago. More recently, of course, I've seen the movies,
Yes,
but even
exactly.
then, the last that I've seen of the movies was probably about 10 years ago. But yeah.
Well, I'm sure you still would understand a lot of the stuff in here. So we're going to
Oh yeah.
start by looking at the little bit of information for those people who want to know. This is a Tenebros portal, so Dad, you don't know this, but other people might know this. It is this house, quote unquote, starts off as just a empty field, a giant field. It has a waterfall in the middle and a little pond, and that's it. Everything else that you see has been built by Shanette. So this entire structure is completely built from the ground up. Everything was not here originally.
Seems to me that Halloween house was the same way.
Was it? Yes, a similar situation exactly, where it was. We can't even see. We might even. No, we're not in the area yet. But yeah, we could maybe see. Maybe we'll get outside. I'm not sure what she has going on in here. Now, Shanette gave me permission to not read every book unless we want to. So she says there's a lot of books.
Okay.
All right, so I think we're going to start by going to the left because I don't know if you know this, Dad, but all good adventurers go left.
Well, okay.
So we're going to the Shire and Beyond exhibits over here. Got a little bit. Ooh,
How
I
does the
like
old saying go? Two wrongs don't make a right, but three rights make a left.
that. That's exactly. All right. Oh, you know what? I have been in this house. I know this house. Okay, so this is Thorin and Company. So this must be the dwarves, obviously. So they are
Mhm.
dancing on the table and having a good dwarven time. So far, I don't see anybody chitter chattering, but we'll see. Oh, look, this little shelf is cute. I love when people add stuff to the shelves because the shelf itself is blank, and then she has added all this little knickknacks and bric-a-brac and whatnot up there.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah.
Yeah, this shelf here with the cups and this shelf here with the kegs comes like that, so it has those on it already. All right, we got a sleeping dwarf. Do these two say anything? Hello, sirs. My goodness. There's a lot of house actors in here. Nope, they don't talk. They're just discussing the wood pile, I guess.
Did you say disgusting? Oh,
Yeah.
discussing.
uh we didn't really get to see this in the other house, the Halloween house, but Shanette is one of her things is building fireplaces. And so this is a hand-built fireplace. This is actually a table up at the top.
I see that.
Yeah, a table, and then this is a chair. This the screen is a teak chair. Um And yeah, and then she built it out of building blocks and added these tools on the top. Like, that's
Nice.
neat. And over here, this looks like your favorite area with the piano.
Okay, there we go. Get some musical instruments. Yes.
Exactly. Oh, here we
And
go. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
how does that piano, is that a piano prop or is that made of other stuff?
This is a piano prop. You can play a tune on it, it looks like, but I have my sound turned off, so you would not be able to hear it. But she has shoved it
Ah,
into the
okay.
wall, because it's actually a grand
Oh yeah, I
piano.
was gonna say it is a grand piano. Okay.
Yep, exactly. She's just hidden it behind this wall a little bit. Which, what is this wall made out of, actually? Oh, a table that she's turned on its side. Interesting. That's really cool. Okay, so we do have some chatter now. Bilbo Baggins says, "Sorry, I don't want any adventures. Thank you, not today. Good morning, but please come to tea anytime you like. Why not tomorrow? Goodbye." That sounds
How
like Bilbo
British can you
Baggins.
get?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm assuming this young man over here is nope, that's not the right thing. I needed to go to examine is Gandalf. So there's Gandalf the
Yes.
Grey.
All right.
Alrighty, so this is Bilbo Baggins. I think this might be part of The Hobbit too. Um, I think she may have gotten all of them in here.
I was gonna say all those stories are interconnected, so
Yes,
they
exactly.
live in the same universe.
Oh, I almost forgot. There's a book over here, one of her books. So let's see. Oh, this is short. We can read this. Would you like me to read it, or did you want to read it?
Why don't you go ahead?
All right, so here we go. It says Thorin and company were a group of 13 dwarves, the wizard Gandalf, and the hobbit Bilbo Baggins, led by Thorin Oakenshield in TA 2941. Their main purpose was to regain the lost dwarven kingdom of the Lonely Mountain from the dragon Smaug. On April 26, 2941, Gandalf and the dwarves arrived at Bag End. After big tea and supper with Bilbo, they explained themselves and their intentions. Bilbo was at first reluctant to join the group, but Gandalf rushed him out of the door. And this may be the movies. I've never seen the Hobbit movies. Have you seen the Hobbit movies?
I saw the first one. I did not see either the second or third.
Ah, okay. Good. So you might know a little bit more than I do. Oh, there's no sign, but this looks beautiful over here. Ooh, okay, I'm excited. Let's read these books. So this is the Shire.
If my
Uh,
screen were larger, I'd do the readings myself.
right. No, no, no. It's okay. Would you like me to read the books? Because I don't mind if I
Yeah,
do. Uh,
go ahead.
all right. So this one's called the Shire. The Shire was the homeland of the majority of the hobbits in Middle Earth. It was located in the northwestern portion of Middle Earth, in the northern region of, oh my gosh, Eriador. Yeah, how do you pronounce that? Eriador.
Uriador.
Eriador.
Uriador.
Okay,
Yeah,
within the
something like that.
remains of the kingdom of Arnor. By the Third Age, it was one of the few heavily populated areas left in that word, Eriador.
Yeah.
Eriador. Its name,
Ariador.
yeah, its name in Westron was Susa Shire or Suzette the Shire. Contrary to popular misconception, the Shire was not the birthplace of Frodo Baggins, as he was born in Buckland, which at the time was not part of the Shire, even though it was colonized by Shire hobbits. Oh, this is really interesting stuff. At the end of the Third
Okay.
Age, Saruman, known then as Sharky, tried to take control of it for a very short period, but was killed in the Battle of Bywater, which ended the War of the Ring. As stated by J.R.R. Tolkien, the climate of the Shire was very similar to that of England, cool but with not overly cold winters and with fairly warm summers. Rainfall was fairly frequent, with snow being much more rare. Usually the Shire was warm enough that the rivers did not freeze over except during the fell winter. On J.R.R. Tolkien's maps, the Shire was located at about the same position as England was on modern European maps and has been cited as an example of deep England ideology. Of course, England being on an island while the Shire is inside the continent. Throughout the narrative, Tolkien also implies numerous points of similarity between the two, such as weather, architecture,
Is that
agriculture, and
agriculture?
dialect.
There you go.
Yes. One can also see England as Tolkien's source of inspiration for the Shire in its very name. Shire is a synonym of country or
Yes.
county. No, not country, county. All
Oh
right.
yeah. So that's where you get all those towns or regions in Great Britain that end with shire.
Exactly. All right.
You
Awesome.
know,
So we're going to start over here because this
Luna
is,
Rosa Shire.
yeah.
If you-
This is interesting. So the turnips are turnips and the cabbages are cabbages, but these little things over here are actually candy corn shoved into the ground with plants sticking out the top. And I'm assuming these are cups because usually we make our carrots out of cups. Yep. Brass cup of celebration. So it's a cup flipped over, sunk in, and then these plants stuck on the top. So she's created this
Funny. Okay.
little garden. Yeah, that's what we got to do to get veggies around here. And then of course the pumpkins and the squash over here. Oh, I missed another book. Facts about hobbits. Ooh, okay. This one's very long, so we're going to just like leave it up so that you're more
Yeah.
anyone is more than welcome to come read it. Um,
If you want to, I was going to say, if you want to learn about hobbits,
yeah.
there's a really good book about them by J.R.R. Tolkien. Oh, wait. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm just leaving enough time to make sure people can pause if they want and then read all these fascinating things about hobbits. The name
Yeah.
hobbit is derived from the rhetoric word halbitula, a word which means hole builder. Interesting. All right.
Okay.
So, right off the bat here, we have Frodo sitting with Gandalf on his cart of fireworks, as we know from the
Hmm.
very first movie.
And Gandalf gets around.
Yeah, exactly. Gandalf says, and Frodo Baggins says, "You've been officially labeled as disturber of the peace." Oh no. And I'm thinking this is Linda and Bodo Proudfoot behind us. Let's just check. Oh, that's not Linda. Here, come on, hit the. I might not be able to get them because there's grass in the way, but I think that is. It says Linda says, "You stop encouraging this behavior, Bodo Proudfoot," and Bodo Proudfoot says, "Oh, but dear, it's Mr. Gandalf." All right. So we're going to head on in. Melodyne Brandybuck says, Gandalf! So she's excited. So I was excited to come see these little hobbit houses because these are just baskets. If we use the door here, we're not actually going to be able to get inside. She's just made these baskets giant sized and put baskets as roofs and made little hobbit houses out of it.
Sure. Okay.
I love that.
Uh, I just love the way all these things are made of things you would not expect.
Exactly. Well, that's the art form that is EverQuest 2. Like what you can
EverQuest. Yeah, I
do.
know.
I love it
Yep.
so much. So this says no admittance except on party business on the side here.
Okay.
This young lady, Estella Took, says it's Gandalf. Um, and I'm assuming, are you? Yes. Bilbo Baggins says, no,
Yes.
thank you. We don't want any more visitors, well wishers, or distant relations. Now, nope. Actually, this store is. I thought maybe this we could get in here, but no, because that's another basket turned on its side, so we can't get in there.
Okay.
But yay! Wonderful
All
little
right.
area for the Shire. Okay, so let's head on
The
over
sheer
here.
amount of detail is just stunning.
I know, I love it. I love it so much. Shanette does such a good job with this kind of stuff. Pop culture is her her strong suit. Like she did this house and she asked me when she wanted you to do a video. She asked me if you had
Hmm.
either seen The Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, or Game of Thrones. Yes. So and I was like, no. And he has not seen Harry Potter. I know that for sure. So it have to be Lord of the Rings.
All right.
All right, so the long expected party, and it says, Happy 11st birthday, Bilbo Baggins. 11st. All right, so we have a lady here who does not say anything, but this is neat. She made this little plate, added all the little wine and stuff on there. And the long
Sure.
expected party by Shanette. Oh, it's only 2 pages, so we can read this. All right.
All right.
Bilbo's farewell birthday party was a party of great celebration held in honor of Bilbo's 111th birthday and Frodo's birthday and coming of age. It apparently took months to prepare, with letters of invitation being sent out, as well as orders for party attractions and party favors of all kinds. The party's other guest of honor was Frodo Baggins, who was also turning 33 on the same day. The birthday party was said to be an event of special magnificence, featuring fireworks created by the wizard Gandalf, presents given to everyone who attended, many of them made by dwarves, and 3 official meals. Gandalf's fireworks were very impressive to the hobbits, who hadn't seen their like since the old Took died many years ago. Green trees with scented flowers, singing birds, eagles, and sailing ships were all effects created through Gandalf's work with colored smokes and lights. The finale was a large red gold dragon that flew out of a mountain, breathing fire and circling over the hobbits' heads before exploding over Bywater. This was in honor of Bilbo's adventures in The Hobbit and was also the signal for supper. Because, it's very important. Supper is very important to the hobbits.
Yep.
All right. So we got a lot of party guests. So I think this
Yeah,
is
second breakfast, lunch, dinner, supper.
yeah, exactly. I think uh I think this might be Bilbo here. Yep, and he says, "I don't know half of you, half as well as I should like, and I like less than half of you, half as well as you deserve." I remember that line from the movies.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay, a lot of these party guests do not say anything. Ooh, a nice spread. The green cake is a good touch. That seems very hobbity to have a green cake.
Yes.
And there we go. Lotho Boffin says Gandalf's here. Wait, that might have been the other one. I don't know. But anyways, this tent usually you can get inside, but she's blocked it off just so that we can kind of just see this little party area out here.
All right.
There we go. Bilbo's last song by Shanette. Oh, and I'm no good at reading like songs and poetry, so I'm just gonna leave this up. And I'll read this little end part here. It says Bilbo Baggins sings the poem at the harbors of the Grey Havens as he is about to set sail on the sea following the straight road to the Undying Lands. Although it was never written in the Grey Havens, the Lord of the Rings last chapter, this places the reading of this poem by Bilbo at this point in the story.
Okay.
All right. Interesting. Okay, so now we're over here to spookiness, and it says the Nazgul. Ooh, oh my gosh. These, I think, you have to do a collection quest for, and you can only get one per character. So she somehow was able to farm a bunch of these guys. All right, so Nazgul by Shanette. I think I'm pronouncing this right. The Nazgul, also known as ring wraiths, Nunbolg, or Ulairi in
Ooh, yeah.
in
Ulari, I think.
Quenya, were the dreaded ring servants of the Dark Lord Sauron in Middle Earth throughout the Second and Third Ages, and in the later years of the Third Age, they dwelt in Minas Morgul and Dol Guldur. The Nazgul were once 9 great powerful men, all of whom were given rings of power by Sauron. Sauron meant and achieved the goal of corrupting the powerful 9. The 9 took them and used them to achieve great power, wealth, and prestige in life, but as time passed, the rings continued to exert their corrupting influence. The rings eventually left the king's spectral invisible to all those who could see into the wraith world and slaves to the will of Sauron. Their lives and power became bound to Sauron's via the One Ring. As Sauron grew or diminished in power, so too did the Nazgul. Only 2 of the 9 were ever named: the Witch King of Angmar and Khamul the Easterling.
Okay. Yeah,
Uh,
reading Tolkien out loud, or anybody who tries to adapt Tolkien and write their own stories are bound to get a little bit tongue-tied.
Yes, yes. I mean, he was very good at making up these names, these words, uh,
Yeah.
that
That
really
was
fit
his
his
one of his
story.
big strengths was the world building that he did.
Yes,
You
world
know.
building. Exactly. Absolutely. All right. So this is Weathertop. Weathertop, also known as Amansul, was a hill in the Iridador region of Middle Earth, the southernmost and highest summit of the Weather Hills. The watchtower at its top overlooked the Great East Road in central Iridor, east of Bree, about halfway between the Shire and Rivendell. Weathertop was the common Bree land name of the hill and is self-descriptive. The summit of the mountain was almost always windy due to its prominence. Its Sindarin name, Amon Sul, meant hill of the wind. After fleeing from Bree, Strider and the hobbits avoid the main road and approach Weathertop from the north. At the top, they discover a cairn with a message from Gandalf and see the ring wraiths approaching in the distance along the road. That night, the ring wraiths attacked their camp in a dell below the summit, stabbing Frodo with a Morgul blade before being driven off. I remember that part in the movie, too.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right. Oh, this looks like a little bit more inviting. This is the Prancing Pony. Oh, isn't this where we meet Strider? I think, yes, it is, because look who's over here in the corner.
Okay.
There he is. It's Strider. So Strider by Shanette. All that is gold does not glitter. Not all those who wander are lost. The old that is strong does not wither. Deep roots are not reached by the frost. From the ashes of fire shall be woken. A light from the shadows shall bring. Renewed shall be blade that was broken. The crownless again shall be king. And it's Bilbo's poem about Aragorn. Which, of course, spoilers, Strider is Aragorn.
Yes.
We got another one of Shanette's fireplaces. This time,
Fires.
fireplaces. This time it's made out of building blocks. So we do have some materials that are just like wall pieces or column pieces and things like that. So that's what she's made that out of.
Okay.
And Barleyman Butterbur says that what his right name is, I've never heard, but he's known round here as Strider. Well, thank you, sir. Bree and the Prancing Pony by Shanette. Bree was a village of men and hobbits in Middle Earth, located east of the Shire and south of Thornost in Eredor. The Prancing Pony, i.e. the Inn of the Prancing Pony, was an inn in Bree where Frodo Baggins, Sam, Pippin, and Merry first met Strider. Yeah. So nice. Just a nice little bar scene.
Yep. You got to have a pub.
Of course. Well, more than one pub, because we've already had the Dwarven pub, too. Ooh.
That's true.
Pretty. We get to see. Hold on. We're going to go look outside a little bit, see if we can see. So we're right by where the waterfall is. So the little pond, and then there's a floating island up there. That's part of the main structure. Of this, but literally the Tenebros Isle is like the perfect blank canvas. This is just there's nothing here, just grass and that one waterfall. All right, so you two, who are you? Examine. So Samwise. Oh, you must be Frodo. Do you two talk? I do not see them. Gimli and Pippin are talking somewhere, but we'll find them. I'm assuming we're in Arendelle at the moment with the elves. Oh, here we go. One of you. Who are you? You're Merry. Are you Pippin? Pippin! Pippin says, you need people of intelligence on this sort of mission quest thing. Talking to... I love it. Oh, look what's on the table over here. This is cool. Can you see it?
The ring? Yep.
Yep, but I'm going to guess it's made out of a bottle. Let's see. Polished stein. I was close. So the bottom of the cup, or maybe the top of the cup, sunk in.
Okay.
There we go. Oh, here's Gimli. And she did a really good job on oh gosh, I forgot. Legolas. Legolas and Gimli. So Gimli says, I will be dead before I see the ring in the hands of an elf. I love these two's friendship is the best part of that movie. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, they're just wonderful. And these two do not talk, but that looks like Aragorn and then that other guy that went all crazy. I forget what his name was. Oh, wait. You know what? I bet she has it. Boromir. That's right. Okay, so we got our books. So we have The Council of Elrond by Shanette.
That looks like a long one.
Yeah, it's about 2 pages. But yeah, I'll just let you go ahead and you can pause to read that, and then the final line on the next page says accompany Frodo. So it's they're all saying they're going to accompany Frodo on this quest. Okay. Yep. So Rivendell
and joining the quest.
Yes, exactly. So Rivendell and the Elves by Shanette. So Rivendell, also known as Imladiris, was an elven town and the House of Elrond located in Middle-earth. It is described as the last homely house east of the sea, referencing towards Valinor, which is west of the Great Sea in Aman. The elves, who called themselves the Quindli, no, there's no L in that, Quindi, and who in lore are commonly referred to as the Eldar, were the first and eldest of the children of that word. All right, hold on. Iluvatar, and are considered to be the fairest and wisest of any race of Arda, given sapience by him. Some, known afterwards as the Kalinquindri Elves of the Light, were brought by the Valar from Middle Earth to Valinor across the sea, where they were taught by the Aenor, but after the Silmar, it's like reading the Bible. That's what this
Yeah.
is. It's like trying to read all the Hebrew words. All right,
Yeah.
Silmar ills were stolen by Melkor. Some of the elves returned to Middle Earth, where they remained until the end of the Third Age. Elves do not physically age and are not subject to illness. However, they can be slain by violence or extreme negative emotion. Ooh, I did not know that. I'm
Yeah.
interested. What column is this? Because that's not a table. Ooh, that's from. Okay, so this column
Oh,
cost
Winter
real.
Chateau Pillar.
Yeah, it cost real money. This is in what's called our marketplace, and you can pay
Okay.
real money instead of in-game money for some furniture items. So that's one of them. Very
Okay.
nice. All right, we're gonna keep heading around here. Oh my goodness, we're gonna get to see the whole movie, I think. All right. Oh, you shall not pass. Actually, that's what Gandalf is literally saying right now. It
Yeah.
says, "The mines of Moria, speak, friend, and enter." Oh, that's so cool. What a cute little scene. All right, we got some books.
All right.
The Mines of Moria. Here we go. Moria was a dwarven underground city beneath the misty mountains. For thousands of years, a thriving dwarvish community had delved deep below the mountains, seeking to build their lives there and to find sources of treasure, gold, and mithril. The city was abandoned during the Third Age after evacuations accidentally awoke Balrog. Whoops. Several centuries later, an expedition led by the dwarves Balin, Owen, and Ori attempted to reclaim and recolonize the city. Though the group was initially successful in starting a colony, it only lasted a few years before the orcs overwhelmed it and killed all of its members. Several years later, however, the Balrog was slain by the wizard Gandalf, and the dwarves eventually reclaimed it permanently. So Moria means Black Chasm in Sindarian. Khazad Doom means delving in the dwarves in Dwarvish. Very cool. That's another thing too that Shanette's just so good at is, she's got these little scenes, which she's really, really good at, and then adding all this information as well. Oh, I forgot
Right.
this book. Balrog. All right. So this has got a lot of words in it that I cannot pronounce. So we're just going to leave it up.
Yeah.
You are more than welcome to read it if you
Yeah.
would like to learn more about the Balrog. Okay, this is pretty. This you don't know this, but this building block here, this Iris Irislay crystal is one
Okay.
of the most expensive building blocks in the game as far as in-game currency.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so Lothlorien. Oh, this is that forest with the elves, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, I think so. This is Haldir, and we got a couple elves up there. Somebody, I think, which one of you is Celeborn? There he is. Celeborn is saying, "Tell
Okay.
me, where is Gandalf? For I much desire to speak with him." So look at that. I love the bridge. Now the bridge is a thing, and then she's just added all these plants, and we got a couple books here. So let's see. Galadriel by Shanette. It's the co-ruler and lady alongside her husband. They're basically elven royalty. So I'll leave that up. You can read
Okay.
a lot more words again. And then
Pause and read.
yep, Lothlorien. Again, you can, if you want to read about, I think this is the forest. Yes, this is both a forest and elven realm located next to the lower Misty Mountains. So go ahead and pause and read. All right, that was an
Okay.
interesting scene in the movies. It was better in the books, the whole forest scene.
Okay.
Uh, I remember thinking that whenever read the books. So I watched the movies first and then read the books. Ooh, I don't know which
Okay.
side we're gonna go to first. I think we're gonna go over here. So this is Radagast the Brown. Oh, this must be from the Hobbit movies, I think.
Okay.
Cause yeah, this does not look
I don't
familiar.
recognize that offhand,
Yeah, I think
but it's
Radagast.
been a while since I saw that.
Yeah, uh,
The
the
thing
Hob.
that bothered me about the Hobbit movie,
Hmm.
the first one, is that they did almost the entire book because there is just one book
Yeah, it's a
like that.
small book.
They did almost all of it, which was good. But then they tacked on those other movies, which I haven't seen yet. But I've heard from other critics that they just that was Peter Jackson's doing, just adding a bunch of extra stuff
Yep.
onto the Hobbit legend.
Yep, that's what I heard. That's why I never even watched the first movie. I was excited because one of the doctors from Doctor Who was in it. I think he actually played this character, the Radagast the Brown. And then
Oh yeah,
so
that's right. I do remember that.
I read the book before I was going to watch the Hobbit movies, and then they literally just mentioned his name one time, and I'm like, how is he like starring in the movies if his name was just mentioned one time in the book? So then I was like, nope, not doing it. I'll watch the movies. But so I think this is a scene from the movie. Gandalf said, "These are Gundabad wargs. They will outrun you." And Radagast the Brown says, "These are Rosgobel rabbits. I'd like to see them try." So very cool. It's got the rabbits hitched up to the thing here. So Radagast the Brown, if you want to learn more about him, yep. So it's just this one page. Go ahead and pause, and you can go ahead and read about him. All right. Now we'll head on over here. Ooh, spoopy. I like the leaves that she used for the walls. It's just a leaf tile. So the Entmoot. Oh, the Ents. I love the Ents. All right. Treebeard. So I love Treebeard. Okay, so Treebeard, also known as Fangorn, was the oldest of the Ents left in Middle Earth, an ancient tree-like being who is a shepherd of trees. He has a very tall and stiff-limbed appearance with bark-like skin and leafy hair. In Chapter 5 of The Two Towers, Gandalf calls Treebeard the oldest living thing that still walks beneath the sun upon this Middle Earth. Come, my friends, the Ents are going to war. It is likely that we go to our doom, the last march of the Ents, and that was in The Lord of the Rings, The Two
The
Towers.
Two Towers. Yep.
Yep. Oh, I love that. All right, The Entmoot by Shanette. The Entmoot was a gathering and meeting of Ents, and Entmoot didn't happen very often. In Fangorn Forest, these moots were always held in Durndingle, a bowl-like valley far south of Treebeard's home. Since the Ents' language was so descriptive and intensively slow, an Entmoot would endure unbearably long. The Entmoot held in The Lord of the Rings was held from February 30th to March 2nd, 3019, of which the subject was the decision whether the Ents should go to war against Saruman. It lasted from noon on the first day till afternoon on the third day, and by Ents it was considered quick for an Entmoot. In Dutch, an Entmoot is called Entmoet, which is similar to the Dutch word ontmoet, to meet.
Heck,
Interesting. I did not know that. We learned a little Dutch today. That's cool.
yes.
All right. Ooh. I think this might be.
Earlier, when you were when you were reading about Rivendell,
Uh huh.
I thought of something that Rush has a song called Rivendell.
Oh, is it Lord of the
It's
Rings
not one.
themed?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it is. It's not one of their best tunes, or even best known tunes for that matter. But yeah, we could have you actually react to that sometime.
oh, nice. Okay, very cool. All right, so Trolls by Shanette. All right, so this is talking about trolls. Melkor created trolls before the First Age. They were very strong, but they turned to stone in sunlight. I don't remember trolls being. Oh, you know why? Because this is
I d-
in the. I'm thinking orcs and stuff, but this is it says during Bilbo's quest to the Lonely Mountain,
Oh
trolls
yeah.
were known to speak. So this is in the Hobbit. All
Yep.
right.
Okay.
And so it just says trolls on the sign there. But again, I love how she's made the little forest scene using like grass tiles this time on the wall. Do any of you trolls say anything? No, not at all. Oh, oh, Luda, what are you doing? Get out of there. All right. I think we're about almost done. I think we got a few more rooms here. All right. So Rohan. Okay. We got another fireplace. Simple one this time. And we got our our gang of peeps here. Oh, this is the one where the king was like being controlled by his servant, wasn't it? And his outfit's
Yeah.
glitching out. Yes. Okay. All right. So I see what's going on here. All right. We got some chatter. Gandalf says, "Hearken to me. I release you from the spell." Theoden says, "You have no power here, Gandalf the Grey." Grima Wormtongue, that's you. That's that one. Wormtongue says,
Yep.
"Late is the hour in which this conjurer chooses to appear, and last spell, I name him. Ill news is an ill guest." So it looks like we got all of our peeps here. Legolas and oh, now I can't remember the dwarf's name all of a sudden. Gimli.
I Gremlin.
Yeah, Gimli.
Sure.
All right, on to the next area. Oh, wait, did I miss a book over here? I don't remember seeing a book. Oh, there was books. Oh my goodness. Okay. All
Couple of
right.
them.
Yes. So here's what we're going to do for the rest of this, unless it's a book I really want to read. If you want to come to this house and give it some likes and love, not you, Dad, but anybody else who's watching,
Yeah.
you can also come read the books because this is going to be very, very long if I keep having every book up so that you can read it. So we have, yeah, I'm not going to read about Rohan. Okay. Alrighty. Because I didn't. I mean, I should have known. It's Shanette, so I knew it was going to be impressive with how much stuff was.
Detailed.
Yes, exactly. All right, and she did warn me. So we have a little area with a bear. I don't recognize this from the movies, so
I
maybe
don't. I'm trying to think. This is
it's Bjorn.
darn it.
Yeah, this might be from The Hobbit. Oh, it's a skin changer. Yes, this is from The Hobbit. Bjorn
Yep.
was a
Okay.
Northman, a skin changer. Yep. Okay. All right. That's from the book. Actually, I do remember that.
Okay.
Okay. All right, over here. Oh, yay! Gimli says, "What's happening out there?" And Legolas says, "Would you like me to describe it to you, or shall I find you a box?"
Yeah.
Oh, I love those two. They're the greatest. And
Oh man.
I love how she was able to create this scene. Like she didn't have to build, all the big army and stuff that was going on down there. We got what we needed. We just have that little blacked out background. This is
Yep. And
Helm's
there's a
Deep.
book.
Yep. And yeah, so if you want to read about Helm's Deep, absolutely come by and take a look at it, okay? All right. Over here we have Isengard. Oh, and the fight between the wizards. I love how they're actually arguing. That's great. That was a great scene in the movies. For
Hmm.
sure when those two were fighting. So Isengard, you can read about Isengard and the Orthanc, and Sauron the White, and Palantir. So there we go. And this is when, of course, Gandalf turns into Gandalf the White.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to Minas Tirith. Oh, this looks familiar. Oh, you know what? I didn't even say. I didn't even look if anybody said anything. Um,
You got the
uh,
whole argument.
yes. Gandalf says, "Tell me, friend, when did Sauron the Wise abandon reason for madness?" And Denethor says, "Oh wait, no, that might have been the other one." Sauron says, "You did not seriously think that a hobbit could contend with the will of Sauron. There are none who can. Against the power of Mordor, there can be no victory. We must join with him, Gandalf. We must join with Sauron. It would be wise, my friend." Nope.
Yep.
Nope, nope, nope. Good conquers evil. Okay, so in here is where we have Denethor. "No tomb for Denethor the Faramir. No long, slow sleep of death embalmed. We shall burn like the heathen kings of old. Bring wood and oil." So yeah, this is who's speaking, I believe, Denethor. And I feel like I remembered this scene in the movies, but it was like a little weird. And Pippin says, "Quickly, come,
Yeah.
Mr. Gandalf. He's burning Faramir alive." Oh yeah. All right, I remember that. And she's got all the wood stacked up down here. Woo! That's right, because it was
Yep.
that one king who was being lied to by Wormtongue, and it was his son, I believe, isn't it? That's going to be burned alive or something like
Yep.
that. Yeah. All right, so again, you can come read about Minas Tirith and Denethor the Second and Faramir, so you can learn all about that whole genealogy and what's going on here. This is really pretty. I love the stark contrast between the red windows and the white, and then this gold floor or
Oh yeah.
copper floor. Very nice. Okay, off we go. Ooh, we in the swamp with all the skulls. Oh, that's a cool effect. That's two different tiles. Hold on, I think I can get the one. Yes, so it's this skull inlaid tile, and then she has put this misty. Oh no, she's put a moving water tile over it. Okay, but that's cool. So this is the Dead Marshes. You can read about the Dead Marshes here. There's a large battle there. Many soldiers died, and then their ghosts kind of haunt the place. So you can see skulls and things. Uh, this person, I
Makes
think
me want
that's.
to dig out the movies again and watch them.
I know, right? Exactly. I'm excited. I kind of want to do that too. Nobody says anything, but I think that's Sam and Frodo. I can check. Yeah, so that's got to be
Yep.
Sam up there. That's so cool. That's a really cool effect. Uh-oh. Dun dun dun. We all remember this scene.
Yep.
Shalob's Lair. So again, you can read about Tarak Ungol and Shalob, okay? Oh wow, look at all this spidery stuff. So we got Samwise.
The detail.
Yes. Well, here this is really cool. So house actors can't hold weapons. Uh
Okay.
but he's holding a weapon.
So how does that work?
Because she has a weapon object, this carved replica, that she's just kind of raised up into his hand, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yep, isn't that cool? That's why it's not moving, but he is.
Mm-hmm.
We got our spider eggs, spider nest. We got poor Frodo. Frodo, no. All right. Okay, moving right along. Ooh, what is this? Something's going on. So this is the Witch King of Angmar, and we can read about it. He's the leader of the Ring Wraiths and Sauron's second in command during the second and third ages. I'm trying to decide. I'm trying to figure out if this is part of. Oh, he stabbed. He was the one who stabbed Frodo on Weathertop.
Frodo.
Yep, and he was killed in the Battle
Yep.
of the Pelennor Fields. All right. So this, yeah, okay. So we got some people. The Witch King of Agmar says, "Hinder me, thou fool! No living man may hinder me." And Eowyn says, "But no living man I am. You took upon." Oh, this is where she kicks his ass. Okay, sorry. You look upon a woman, Eowyn I am. Eomun's daughter, you stand between me and my lord and king. Begone! If you be not deathless for living or dark undead, I will smite you if you touch him. That's awesome. And she's got even the dragon mount. Okay, that's a neat little scene to add. I didn't even think I would never have even thought of that. Alrighty. So and
Yeah.
finally, we're in Mount
Eh?
Doom.
Doom.
Oh, I just realized the goblin is my precious. What is he called? Golem.
Um, Golem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Golem. He's got the ring. He's
Gollum
in.
or Golem.
Yes, exactly. We got Samwise saying, "Look, Mr. Frodo, the eagles are coming." And Gollum says, "My precious." And up there we got she has some eagles that are actual mounts that you can have inside the game. Those are actually what are they called? Phoenixes kind of
Ah.
things, but she has made them as the eagles to take them home.
Okay.
Very cool. Okay, so we've come to the end of this part of the museum. This door here would take me to my guild hall, but I'm not going to go there. We're going to go back to the main entrance where we started.
Okay.
And we just have a couple
All
more
right.
rooms to look at. These are just cool little deals. So this is relics and artifacts. So just displays that she has. Here is the
Okay.
White Tree of Gondor. So that's cool. I love this, how it's just kind of like an actual museum. So the bow of Galantrim, given to Legolas by Gadriel. And this is the bow of Haldir. The dwarf breathed so loudly I could have shot him in the dark. So I think Legolas
Okay.
had both of those bows during the movies. Uh, we
Quests.
have
Yeah.
we have a sword here that she says is Glamdring, also called Foehammer, Sword of Gandalf. Oh, that's cool. It's like the leafy sword from the game. And this staff over here, the hat and staff of Mithrandir Stormcrow, also known as Gandalf the White, formerly the Grey. Oh, so it's a staff in his hat.
Yep.
And so
Yep.
the hat, interesting thing about that, we can't click on it because it's under this glass, but that's a mannequin that she has put a hat on and sunk down. So all you can see is the hat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you can't just have hats. Just there's no hat objects in the game. Ooh, I bet I know what that is. The Ring of
Uh,
Power.
oh, okay. There it is.
Yep, there it is,
Yes.
hidden under there. So this is a little bit about the Ring of Power, the Lord of the Rings. She's got a big book about the Lord of the Rings and the Middle Earth Museum. Oh, okay, we're gonna read this because this is about her Middle Earth Museum. Welcome to the Middle Earth
Okay.
Museum, the one journey to rule them all. In the
Oh,
planning, I know, right? Is
yeah.
that cool? In the planning and creation of this project, I decided to design one home with exhibits of all things Hobbit and Lord of the Rings related, in lieu of a series of homes for each place and scene, unlike my Harry Potter series. Okay, so for her Harry Potter series, she's literally building one house for every like scene or room in the entire Harry Potter universe. It's very impressive, and she's still like
Oh,
in the middle of
goodness.
working on that. So instead of
Yeah.
doing that, she just created one large house for this. So each
Yes.
section contains various events and tableaus to give it a more museum-y, nope, I don't feel. Some were chosen because they're more memorable or relevant scenes to the series, and others were chosen because they're personal favorites of mine. You begin your journey with the Shire and eventually end up in Mordor. Each exhibit is open and can be entered as opposed to just window displays. There is also a room to display relics and artifacts relevant to Middle Earth, where you're standing now, as well as a room dedicated to portals to a few more of my creations should you decide you wish to see more of my work. I have also provided books with accompanying facts or interesting tidbits about each scene or location. The books accompanying each tableau, how do you pronounce that word? Tableau.
Tableau.
Tableau. Okay, contains facts, details, or information about each scene. Thanks for visiting the Middle Earth Museum. I sincerely hope you enjoy your journey. Shanette Snow, May 2017. And this is actually rebuilt. That's when she originally built it, was May 2017, and then she rebuilt it and republished it in March of 2021. So she's
Right.
actually created
And
this.
there it still is.
Yep, exactly. These stay up forever and ever. All right, we got another sword, and actually, it's two swords. That's a sword also. It's just very hard to see, but it's got leaves on the
Yep.
end. So we have
I see them both.
the Morgul blade, which is the weapon of the Nazgul, and Narsil, the blade once broken, has been remade. I don't remember what that's from, but I can vaguely remember. Oh, we have a saddle. Interesting. I didn't know we had a saddle block with an actual, or saddle rack with an actual saddle on it. Huh. Cool.
Oh,
All right. The saddle of Shadowfax, the lord of all horses. I remember Shadowfax.
yeah, I do.
Yeah. Okay. And then Sting. I will give you a name and I shall call you Sting. That's Bilbo Baggins' sword. The Horn of Gondor. If it be blown at need anywhere within the bounds of Gondor as the realm was of old, its voice will not pass unheeded. I remember, didn't Frodo or Sam have to blow that? I can't remember.
Uh, Sam, I think.
And the Phial of Galadriel, I give you the light of Arundel, our most beloved star, may it be a light for you in the dark places when all other lights go out. And that was Galadriel to Frodo. And I think Sam had to use that to save him from the spiders, if I remember correctly. It was something like that. All right, so we just have the one more room, but she said it was just portals. So we'll just kind of go in here and take a look, see. So yeah, Shanette builds a lot. Like, nope, that made it brighter. Whoops, sorry about that. That's one problem with having a building that's outside is, as you can see, it gets very, very bright during certain times of the day.
Oh, I've okay.
So if for those of you who are interested, this is to Shanette's showcase. That's where she has like a portal to all her houses. She has a happily ever after, a Wonderland, the Harry Potter experience, the Westeros exhibit, somewhere over the rainbow, and a world of pure imagination. So these are all projects that she's working on. I don't know how many of these are completed or not, but yeah. So that was the Middle Earth Museum. What do you
Middle
think?
Earth. I
Yeah.
like this. Great for all Lord of the Rings fans.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Um, it brings back a lot of stuff that I'd long forgotten about um, in the movies and the books. Like I said, I have read the books, but it was a long time ago.
I actually have your books, by the way. They're on my
Yeah,
bookshelf.
that's okay. That's right. That's part of the reason why I haven't read them in a long. No, just kidding.
Exactly. All righty. Well, I
But I enjoyed the look around there, and I still just always love the innovative use of other things to create other things.
exactly. I know I love that. That's just, I love seeing what other people can do. It's like and it gives me ideas for, what I want to do or what I can do, and it's just I love being able to share and do that with each other uh in the game like that. I was choosing a good spot to
Yep.
say goodbye, so this seems pretty. We're going to do it here.
Okay. All right.
Alrighty. All right. Anything you want to say before we close up?
I think we'll call it on that one.
All right.
Um, I enjoyed watching.
All right. Awesome. Well, thank you all again for joining me in another one of these tours. I just love touring Shanette's stuff, especially her pop culture things and things like that. She always just does such a wonderful job, and we learn so much. So please join me in the next one and have fun. Bye.
Have a good one, y'all.